Hey, what's up? This is Clayton, and in this video I'm going to talk about the 4 reasons why women leave men in relationships. Now, the reason this video is important is because when men go through a breakup and they are trying to save the relationship or fix what went wrong, the biggest mistake they can make is they start trying to fix the wrong problem. I'll give you a perfect example. A lot of guys out there think that the women that they love leaves them because she's no longer attracted to them. Now, that is true, but if we don't get to the source of the problem, the thing that's deeper that led to her becoming no longer attracted to you, we end up focusing all this energy, and it's essentially like putting a Band-Aid over an infected wound rather than digging in and pulling out the shrapnel that's causing the infection in the first place. So these 4 reasons I'm about to give you, they're ones that I've seen working with men in situations where the woman has left and she's either given him a bullshit response of why she left him, or she's not able to articulate the real reason that she left. So by putting some clarity and some focus around these 4 concepts, you will better be able to truly see what caused the breakup in the first place and then eliminate and erase that pattern or step out of it so you can have a future relationship that does not have the same dysfunction, or possibly go back and have a conversation that makes a difference with the person that you love, take responsibility for what happened, and be able to move forward into a bright, happy future. So the first reason why women leave men in relationships is because the men lack vision. Now, when I say vision, I mean that the guy is no longer making decisions. He is maybe letting her decide what to do on the weekends, what to do socially with friends, where to shop, what restaurants to go to. And this also can come in the form of being non-committal to social engagements or no longer really initiating sex with her either. And what happens is when the man steps out of being the leader in the relationship, emotionally, physically, the woman stops feeling safe, and she actually has to, in order to keep the relationship alive, step into the role of the masculine and put on this face of being the decision maker, which is not her natural essence if she is a feminine woman and you are a masculine man. So there is this interesting energetic flip-flop that happens where she begins to lose attraction to you, not because she's just losing attraction to you, but because she feels that you are not taking any risk in the relationship. And to be a leader in a relationship, it requires you to step up and take a risk. The more you are able to be comfortable taking risks in your relationship and moving things forward, the more safe she feels that you are emotionally invested, that you are committed to the relationship, and that when she perhaps is emotional, you are going to be around to be able to be present with her and listen to her and to direct the relationship in a way where she does feel safe. Now, the second reason why women leave men in relationships is just that. She didn't feel safe. And some of this does overlap with the vision, but it also overlaps with the any type of strategy that you might have had when you were communicating with her. So a couple questions for you. When she blew up emotionally, or say she had she was angry at you, she had something that she was upset about, would you listen to her without trying to fix things? Would you get defensive? Would you try to logically help her see a solution? So if you are trying to fix her, if you are trying to logic her, if you are trying to defend yourself when she starts expressing herself emotionally, she's not going to feel safe. And the reason she's not going to feel safe is because she's going to feel that when she shows up in her true self, her expression, her emotional expression, she feels that it's not wanted or validated by you, which then makes her question her reality. And when she starts questioning her reality and questioning the validity of her emotions, she is going to begin to resent you and possibly resent herself in the relationship, which will cause her to play a smaller, more timid game in your presence. And that is not a recipe for a long-term relationship, because the more she closes down to protect herself from not feeling safe in your presence, the more she disconnects from you naturally. And over time, what happens is she will just get to a place where she finally says, God, I just don't feel it anymore. And it's because she was feeling that you were trying to fix her, that you were trying to change her, that you were perhaps using manipulative control tactics to get your way or win in the relationship. Some manipulative control tactics, just to throw some out there. One would be interrogating her and not believing her. Another could be dominating her with logic and trying to prove her wrong and win in arguments. Another way, which is a really big one, is using ultimatums to get your way. So saying to her something like, yeah, I can't deal with this anymore. And if this happens again, I'm out. Now, I get it if that's how you're really feeling, but the minute you say that, the minute those words come out of your mouth, you are putting a tremendous amount of pressure and fear into the dynamic between the two of you, which she feels, and that does not give her any reason to expand and be vulnerable and open and actually work through things with you. Instead, what it does is it trains the people in the relationship to actually withhold their emotions, which stops the flow of energy and stops the two of you from being able to really move forward and grow deeper together. Now, the third reason that women leave men in relationships is because she didn't feel desired or appreciated by you anymore. And this desire and appreciation is something that she needs to feel physically, she needs to feel emotionally, she needs to feel that you want her. So if you're not initiating sex, if you're not giving her compliments and telling her that you still desire her, that she's sexy, that you love her, that there's certain parts of her personality that just are so attractive and enticing, and you're not actively trying to keep that honeymoon phase of your relationship alive, and rather thinking, okay, well, that's over, that was just something that came and gone. But see, you have control over that. You have control over the level of desire in the relationship by finding ways and creative ways to express that desire to her, which will then be reflected back to you, which creates this momentum in the relationship and charges up your love life with her on an intimate and emotional and physical level. Now, the fourth reason why women leave men in relationship is because she felt that you were no longer present. And when I say present, what I mean is that she felt that she was in a relationship with a stand-in. So the two of you were in the relationship for maybe several years, and then suddenly she was no longer important. And the time you spent with her, the time that you shared with her was no longer held as sacred. But other things began to eclipse her importance in your life. Maybe it was your work, maybe it was your hobbies, maybe it was trips with your buddies. But she felt like her presence in your life began to get smaller and smaller to the point where she felt like to express that to you would have made her look really needy, and would have been something that could have been used against her. So rather than express it to you, she felt like she had to hold that in and shoulder the burden by herself until finally she's going to shut down and leave. And that's the problem with this presence component, is it's really sneaky, and it's a bunch of little things that add up over time. You walking out of the room when she's talking to you, you checking your phone during dinner or during a date, you canceling plans with her. All of these things over time begin to communicate that she is not as important to you as maybe you want her to be. So the four reasons, again, are: one, there was a lack of vision for the relationship. There was a lack of decision making. She needs your decisiveness. She needs you to take risks. She needs you to step up and risk being rejected. Two, she didn't feel safe. She needs to feel safe in order to open to you and to continue to grow deeper and deeper emotionally. And when you can make her feel safe, when you can have the presence of mind to ask her questions about how she's feeling, and then not offer a solution, not try to fix a problem that you think is there, but rather just really be there with her and make eye contact and hold her and listen, she's going to feel safe enough that she can be herself in your presence, and she's not going to be scorned, insulted, punished, or dominated for it. The third reason is that she didn't feel appreciated. So she needs to feel appreciated and desired, that you still want her, that you want to continue to win her over and over and over again, and that you are putting in the work to keep this relationship thriving, the momentum moving. And the fourth reason is she didn't feel that you were present in the relationship. She felt that she was no longer important. She felt that your mind and who you were just disappeared and were on to other more shiny, attractive things, and that eventually caused her to close down. So those are the 4 reasons, and if you are interested in learning more, there's 2 things that you can do. One, you can schedule a call with me, and we can talk about your specific situation. We can talk about the specific pattern that has come up in your life and find the root of it, and then exercise that from your way of being so you can truly move forward and break this pattern once and for all, and be able to create the type of relationship that you want to create, be able to pull in the type of love that you want in your life. And the other option is you can click on the link below and you can sign up for my email list. I will give you a free guide on how to create a rock-solid relationship. It's 8 secrets that I created. It's a guide that's got 8 principles that I think you'll really enjoy and dovetail nicely with this video. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to continue the conversation.